guys, it's Becca with Becca Boo's Crafty Creations, and today we are going to be talking about market tips and tricks, the essentials, and all the in-between, okay? Today you will also get to see me set up a mock setup of my very first market for this year. Peep my Highland cow, say hello, hello! Without further ado, let's get started. What do you say? Are you coming? Come on. Hello, we're back again. Did you miss me? It was only like 2 seconds, bro. Calm down. Okay, so now let's talk about some market essentials. Gonna go right there. Yeah. Okay. Now, obviously, a table is really superb because you need those. Okay. Now, with that being said, everyone's going to be a little different. The amount of inventory you have is going to be a little bit different. And you just don't have to kind of figure out how many tables you want and what size. There's different sizes. There's rectangular ones at like 2, 4, 6, and 8 feet. There's round ones that are like 3 foot wide, 2 foot wide, 4 foot wide, 10 foot wide. I'm good. I've never used a round table before. That is something in the future that I really would like to do. I think it would be really cool to change the setup up a little bit. Push girl gets bored. Okay. Cleo, are you going to make your appearance today? All right, baby. You just sit right there and be a good girl. Now, aside from tables, obviously you're going to want somewhere to plant your butt, okay? Because there's going to be times where you're going to be sitting at these shows. Some say don't sit at all. I personally have to sit occasionally, okay? These cankles are born out of standing too much, okay? So, now, the other thing that is super essential, hello? Anybody out there? Form of payment. What are you going to take? What are you going to do? I don't know what you're going to do. I'll tell you what I do. I have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and Square. Square is my primary. I also take cash. I don't like to break big bills. I tend to not take much cash with me just so I don't have to break big bills. Okay. Most of the time, I just see more card transactions than anything. Now, Square does come in clutch. This is my market bag, okay? Square does come in clutch with your, these little doodads right here. Okay, they are your best, do you see it? Okay, just making sure. They are your best friend. They hook right to your phone, and you just log into your Square account, type in numbers, and take it. Okay. I currently have the next step up. Try not to drop stuff today. The next step up of the Square readers coming to me. Hopefully tomorrow. We'll see if USPS wants to do that for me. Now, it's like a little square thingy, right? Knee slapper. But it's going to be fantastic because it is just tap pay. You can usually also take tap pay on your phone as well. This is just going to be so I don't have to wear my phone totally out throughout the shows. Another thing I would very highly suggest you do is find some sort of portable charger. Okay, I've got 2 blocks in there. Still ain't going to be enough probably. This is a 2-day show that we're prepping for, okay? I've never done a 2-day show. I don't know what's happening, but I can tell you what I have done, okay? Now, a lot of people are going to be like, well, Becca, it's so expensive to get shows going. Can be, if you want it to be. All this was not, I don't need that. That over there, I didn't need that either, but I'm getting real tired of just doing tables. So I need a little pizzazz. You see what I'm saying? Now, what I have always used at this point is my tables and these handy dandy little doohickeys here. We'll get into that at a later topic, but it does not have to be expensive. It's going to be a couple $100 probably to really get yourself solid and going when you start to do markets, okay? But it's worth it. Listen, do you hear me? It's worth it. Thank you. Okay, just checking. The last thing you really got to do, round of applause, drum roll, whatever you want to call it, inventory. I know, it's a really dumb concept, but you got to have it. You got to have, I always take personally lots of small makes. I take some bigger eye-catching items, and then I take my medium items. Okay, we want all ranges so we can reach all the people that have the different price ranges to work with, right? So that is your other thing that is super important. Now, with that being said, how I track my inventory and everything, that's going to be later too, okay? So let's get to the next topic. You ready? Come back, y'all. You here? Oh, you're back. Okay. So topic number 2. Booth layouts. Don't even get me started on this, okay? That's what we're going to get into anyways. Now, the common booth size is usually 10 by 10. That's going to be your common tent size. Having a tent, that should have been in the market essentials. If you're going to do outdoor markets, get a freaking tent with weights. Weights! I have broken 2 tents because I did not have weights, okay? Don't be me. Be smart right off the bat. Now, 10 by 10 is going to get you plenty of room. What I will say, though, is your layout is going to matter the most. This table right here that you see, this is a 6-foot table. And obviously, it can hold a decent amount, okay? Now, the show that I am doing this weekend is 1 8-foot table and 1 8-foot table only. That's all you get, baby, okay? So you got to work with it. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Pinterest is your best friend. The amount of tables you have will determine really how much room you got, okay? Now, I already told y'all that I love these stupid baskets. I wasn't kidding. I really wasn't. You see that? They just stack ever so nicely. This is probably going to be about the gist of what my table looks like. And this will be right here beside the table, and my payment stand will be right behind that grid wall, along with my chair, in which I will happily sit down in every once in a while, okay? That thing's on wheels. It can move, right? So now the other thing is accessories for your tables, okay? It's a never-ending story with accessories for your tables because you're like me and you like to change things up a lot. You're going to need some stuff, okay? So these bins right here, come here. Let's look together. These bins right here, this is where all my minis go. All my mini makes, they go in these. Now, you're probably asking, Becca, nobody cares about your mini makes. Got it, okay. But where did you get those? Dollar Tree. Yes, ma'am, I sure did. Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. Okay? Dollar Tree. Now, this looks all nice and dandy. If I would snap and everything would just show up in it, that would be great. But we both know that's not going to happen now, is it? No, it's not. Now, the other thing is you want to make a good flow, good walk flow in your booth. So let's say you have a 10 by 10 and you're like, I'm going to cram as many tables in here as I can, man. Don't do that, okay? Because you're going to jack your walk flow up and you're going to regret it. It's not going to be a good time. Now, some people, how plays, some people really like these one things over here. Excuse your ears, okay? My apologies. They're a little furry. It's because Cleo can't stay on my stuff. Some people like these things, okay? These are all well and good until you're only one person and you have to drag all this crap in yourself. No, that's another thing. That should probably go in essentials too. A wagon, they're like $50. A little pricey, but they're so worth it because guess what? Guess who's not breaking their back? You or me. Okay, yeah. Now, I have one wooden bin. The reason I have one wooden bin is normally because I sit it on the table, turn it up on its side, and put my money stuff in my bags on the inside of that and set another plushie or something on top, and that is my payment station. I have one 8-foot table, baby. That ain't happening this time. So, tablecloths. I have these linked in my link tree. Okay, it's like a 2-pack for $20. You can't beat that. It's going to make your stuff look really nice. And again, worth it. These are linked to my link tree right here. I'm going to a reptile expo this time. These really struck like reptile enclosure kind of ordeal for me. And I did crochet a lot of different types of reptiles for this round. This big guy right here, okay, this is going to be so cool. I'm so excited for this. I've been wanting one of these for a long time. The baskets are separate from the actual grid wall. There we go. Words are hard. Okay, I know. But the hooks came with it, and that is also tagged in my link tree as well. So are the baskets. Now, altogether, I think I spent about $70 on this setup. It's going to give me more table room in the long run, which you will come to find that table room is like God's green creation, okay? Like it's like liquid gold, okay? There ain't no reason why I can't have more table room and not buy this, okay? Worth it, 100%. Get a couple markets under your belt. Don't get crazy unless you really just want to go all in, baby. That's all you. Now, what I'm going to say too is look on Pinterest, look on TikTok, on Instagram, all the places, YouTube even, right here. And look up different like market setups that other people do and draw some inspiration from that, because it took me a long time to figure out how I really wanted to set up my stuff to where it worked well. So keep that in mind, okay? Anyways, next topic. Ready? You coming? Hey, come on. Get back now. Hey. Guess what time it is? It's the boring topic. Who's ready for the boring topic? Raise your hand. You can't see my hand, but it's there. Okay, so inventory tracking and the logistics of the monies. I know, I'm sorry. It had to be done. Nobody likes to hear about it, but it's like one of the most important things to figure out. There's different platforms to use to accept payments. So there's Square, there's Shopify, there's you could just plain out use like Cash App and Venmo and PayPal if you wanted to, and just take payments that way. But not everyone's going to have those, and you might lose business if you don't have another avenue to take cards. I'm sure there's others out there. I think it's like Clover or something like that as well. But there's several other ones. What I work with is Square. Square has been beautiful for me. It has given me some issues every once in a while, but it's more of a me problem. Okay. If you know me, you know I cannot do electronics or anything like that. I just ain't good at it, baby. I ain't good at it. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Now, Square, yes, you can take payments. You can use Tap Pay, and when you open an account with them, they actually send you a chip reader for free. Card reader, not chip reader. It does more than chips. Okay. Now, one of the things that many people don't know is that you can track your inventory on that too. If you have been in live streams from my TikTok here lately, you will know that I just had to inventory everything for this show. And I was so sick of it by the end of it. But now when I go into my system, I can be like, hey, Billy Bob wants to buy a Highland cow, a snake, and a lizard. All I have to do is go in there and type Highland, and it's going to pop it up, and I can tap that. And then snake, tap that, and lizard, and tap that, and it's going to put all the prices already on there for me, so I don't have to do math. And I can just take the payment. It's going to be so great. And by the end of the show, I'm going to know how much I actually sold numerically. Funky, right? I know. Now, tagging and pricing. This has been one that has been so frustrating for me because I am usually a keep it very simple person, and I don't like tagging stuff, but I tried it away last year, and it worked. But I would still have people come to me asking me what the prices were, even though they got it from a certain location. I had discs that had prices wrote on it, and it would be like, this area is $10 a piece, or this area is $40 a piece. And I tried to keep it that way, but it got to where I was having to repeat myself way too much. And it just wasn't, it was driving me crazy because if you know me, you know I don't like to repeat myself 100 times. Ask Chance, okay? I hate it so much. But this year, I went ahead and I now offer this too. I went ahead and did like tags, little tags. I have a Cricut machine, so I was able to cut out my tags. And I did stickers with my thermal printer of different prices. And I used stitch markers. Like, I'm pretty sure I have that tagged in my link tree as well, but it's like a 500 pack for $7 or $8. And I just hook the tag on there and hook it to the plushie. And I'm not losing tags now. I'm not having to fight with a string to get it off. That way I can save the tags. And it's just going to be a lot more smoother, I think. But this will be the first show that I've tried it. So hopefully it works well and we can move with that really well. Cleo, don't you dare. She's over there doing the scoot scoot with something. I'm like, don't you knock that off that table. Pricing is going to be all up to you, baby, because I know here in Oklahoma, people don't like to pay for things. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory manner, but look at your demographic. Look at your area around you. If you're up in like Cali or some of the states over that direction, that people, maybe they make more, maybe they've got a little more spending money. In Oklahoma, we do not, okay? At least I don't. So my prices tend to be relatively more on the lower end than what other people would charge. I'm also a very fast crocheter too. It does not take me super long to make market makes. It doesn't take me as long to do a large project as it would for somebody else. So I kind of have to think about it that way, and I price accordingly as much as I can. The other thing is, it's like your aftermarket. What does it look like after your market? It's a mess. I can tell you that much. But as for it's like, how well can you pack everything up in a small area? Do you have your inventory in bags? Is it easy for you to get everything from point A to point B, from your car to your booth? You know, because by the end of the day, you're going to be warped. You're going to be tired. And I think having ways to easily get your stuff from point A to point B is crucial in not just absolutely marketing yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I do my shows by myself. And I know some of you do too. And I've also seen people who do it with a friend, or maybe their parent, or their sister, sibling, brother. Somebody comes along with them, their husbands, their wives, somebody comes with them. And me and Chance are two both very incredibly busy people, and we don't have time for that. So trying to make your life easier that way, and thinking, how can I cut down trips to the car or anything like that, as well as when you get done, you're going to want to know how much you made. So that way, you know, if you use like the Square system, or, you know, PayPal or Cash App or Venmo or whatever, you can keep track of it that way. But also your cash. I usually pull out 60 to 80, depending on the caliber of show, and keep that math in my mind. So when I get done and I count all my changes, you know, I can be like, oh, well, I made this much. And then also, don't be afraid to like reflect. So like, what needs to change that you did for your last show that didn't work out, and how can we change it to do better this show? Okay. Don't be afraid to like question your setup occasionally and everything, because it can change. It can change. And maybe you hated the way you set up your booth. No big deal. Just change it. It ain't going to be bad, you know? Other than that, I think just have fun. Don't beat yourself up and like, oh, well, this market sucked and I didn't make no money at it. There's always going to be another one, guys. Markets are everywhere. You just got to look for them, and you got to be willing to go to them. Don't be scared to do a market either. Like, I was terrified, honestly, to do my first one, and I think I cried for like 2 days before because I was stressing myself completely out. Don't do that. Don't do that, baby. Don't stress yourself out. It's not that big of a deal. It's going to be fine. Also, make friends with the other vendors. Other vendors that are around you are like your best allies. Okay, they are really cool. I have some. I'm just going to show you because y'all know my house is usually a mess. But like this one and that one over there, whoop, up there, those came from another vendor, and she's great. The Quimby's. Shout out Quimby's, love you. And I found other vendors too that have been just phenomenal. So I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is having the ability to go to vending shows and craft shows and other types of shows is like a whole new family. Okay, don't be afraid to make friends. Don't be afraid to ask for help from one of them or ask their opinion. They'll give it to you usually. Trust me. all in all, I think I definitely could probably do a little bit more for this side just to make sure it's good and full. I love Poppy the Frog, y'all. You cannot tell me this was the cutest thing ever. Because we got 2 shelves down there that are empty, 1 up here, and I even removed 2 to go to the back, but I may go ahead and keep that like that. Got some cows and such. And then, my lord, the axolotls. Becca, why do you have so many? Because they sell like hotcakes. Okay, little lizards and snakes, piggies, yetis, Bigfoots, turtles, pickles, obviously. And then those are like little mini mandrakes. Look how cute they are. But as you can see, everything has a tag on it. And in here, we have some of our more reptilian ones. So it's like a little cobra, snake, frog, little bearded dragon, another bearded dragon, hermit crabs, snake, chameleon, another big old snake, and this cute little alligator. So I think, and of course we can't forget this big old baby up here. And my Daisy the Dragon pattern, this is in Posh Yarn. This is Baby Daisy and regular Daisy. Go check out my website for that. But all in all, guys, I mean, I definitely could add some more. I do have some back inventory that I may pull to see if I can fill these spots. But once I finish doing like some inventory peeking, I take pictures of how I have it set up and save it on my phone. That way when I get to the venue, I don't have to fumble around and figure out where everything goes because I know where it goes. The work is already done for me and I don't have to stress and think about it. So I highly suggest doing your setups like this. Here's 2 things before we head out, okay? Comment down below and let me know if you've ever done a market, okay? If you have, what was your struggle with it? What was your favorite part of it? What was something that worked for you? What didn't work for you? Comment that down below. And then my other thing. Listen. I am a constant flow of ideas and creations, but sometimes it just makes it simpler when y'all tell me what you want to see, okay? Now, have fun with it. Go crazy down there in the comments, okay? But just know that I am one human. And I can only do so many cool things at once, okay? But other than that, y'all, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Just go like all of them. Watch them. If you get annoyed with me, I'm sorry. Love ya. Check me out on my other platforms too. And my Linktree has a lot of Amazon stuff that I have got for markets and everything. These 2 items here and the lovely tablecloths. If you guys have any ideas or anything, comment it down below, okay? Bye!